Hi Bells and Beasts, my name is Amabella and I'm coming to you today with a pre-fall drugstore makeup tutorial. All of the products that I am using, with the exception of two, will be from the drugstore, and I will have each product listed below. Some of the products, it was my first time using them, so if you like for me to do a review on how I enjoyed the products or how they lasted all day, I can go ahead and do so. Please just leave it in the comments and I'll go ahead and go through a video on that on a different day. But if you want to achieve this look, please continue watching, and when you're done, please like, subscribe, thumbs up this video, and leave your comments below. You guys have a great one and be blessed. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I am going to do is my eyebrows, and I am using the e.l.f. eyebrow kit. I go ahead and use the dark shade to go ahead and fill in my eyebrows. Now for this particular look, I wanted to do a natural look where it's not too dramatic, because this look was for everyday heading to work, golden pre-fall look. So when I'm usually going to work, I don't do my eyebrows as dramatic. I like them to be semi-dramatic, pretty much my eyebrows but better. So, and another thing was, I did not show the brush that I was using to fill in my eyebrows, and that's only because it was not a drugstore brush. It was the Anastasia Beverly Hills number 12 brush, and I would have purchased the e.l.f. brush that was similar to this, but they didn't have it at my Target, so went ahead and had to do what I had to do and didn't feel like going to another Target to get one. So that is the brush I'm using, but e.l.f. does have a dual brush that you can use as well. So if you have one, or if you want to purchase it online, you definitely will be able to. So I just go ahead and fill them in until I get that natural look, and I also use my spoolie to continue to blend them out. So in the background was my family, as you can see a little bit, and you will see throughout the video. And I went ahead and took, for the next step, my NYX Tinted Brow Gel, and I went ahead and threw that on. Now for my cleanup process, I used the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn, which it was a little blurry, so I know you couldn't see that, but I used Fawn because Fawn is similar to my skin tone. It's not too many shades away from it, and when I'm cleaning up my eyebrows, I tend to try to stay as close to my shade as possible. And so I went ahead and used Fawn, and then I blended it out with my hand, my finger, because I would like for my eyebrows to look as natural as possible and just look more improved, not too dramatic. So I tend to use Fawn, and I just blend them out with my hand. The next step that I'm going to be using is the NYX eyeshadow base in the color white. And the reason why I chose white is because when using bright colors or golden, it just picks up more. So I go ahead and spread that on my base, and then I put it all around. So throughout this video, you will see me talking, singing, doing a lot, doing the most. And that's because it was close to family dinner time, and everyone was talking, playing music, just different things. So I'm going to be talking, sometimes yelling at my brother. But of course, because I'm doing a voiceover, you won't be able to hear it. You'll just see the extraness that I have going on in the back. So the next thing I'm going to be using is, I chose to use a CoverGirl Queen Collection in the Golden Desert shade Quad, and I used the E.l.f blending brush, and I took the darkest shade from there, and then I put it into my crease. Then I took a blank Sonia Akash brush, and I just blended that out because I did use a lot of the dark brown for me to be starting out. Normally you want to use a little bit and continue to build. So I just went ahead and took that Sonia Akash #1 brush and just like cleaned it because it had nothing on the brush. Just kept blending it out, and it's also a blending brush as well. And then the next thing I took was a small creasing eyeshadow brush from E.l.f as well, and I took the second brown shade that was a little bit lighter from that same Queen Collection eyeshadow quad, and I went ahead and packed it into my crease so that way the brown could just fade into the gold. Now, I do apologize, I didn't show this palette to you guys except for a few times in the video, and it's coming up soon. But I'll go ahead and list everything below that I am using in this video. So the next color that I went ahead and took was, I took a sample brush from E.l.f as well that I had for a while, and I went ahead and packed on, it was a shading brush, just went ahead and packed on that gold onto my lid and a little bit above my lid. I apologize, kept trying to do everything all at once. But yeah, so I go ahead and pack that onto my brush, onto my lid and a little bit above. And if you can see, I used that gold, and right above it was a dark gold. That's what I used for my crease originally, and then right underneath it was a light gold, and that's what I used for with the smaller brush in my crease. And then I took that Sonia Akash brush again, and I just went ahead and blend everything into each other. So I just went ahead and continued to blend and continued to adding the shades onto there so that way they can show. And then I grabbed another palette and used just the neutral warm brown and added that to my crease. It is another CoverGirl Queen Collection eyeshadow quad, and the name of that palette is Brass and Sass. So I went ahead and added that in so that way it can blend. The reason why I used another neutral brown is I had a lot of glitter in each one of the shades, so I was just trying to make it put some type of like matte neutral color because it was becoming very like all at one. You couldn't really tell which one was which. So of course my younger brother wanted to make an appearance, and then I take that brown again, which is what I used on the smaller E.l.f creasing brush earlier, and then I go ahead and add that in there and just blend. Blending is the key, and never really understood why people always say that, but it's because you want all of your shadows to float into each other, so you just have to continue to blend, blend, blend. And so I took that gold again, packed it onto my lid because I felt like it was disappearing with all the blending, and so I went ahead and just added that back on there. And I know you can see my mouth moving. I was just basically telling my younger brother that he needs to stop making appearances in my video. And I take that brush that has nothing on it, and I just go ahead and blend again. Now, there is a lighter shade in the Queen Collection Golden Desert palette, and I'm gonna go ahead and just pack that under my brow so I can get that highlighted effect. And once you get your lids to fade or get all three colors to blend to the way you would like, then you can just go ahead and add that highlight. And then I just used another small crease brush to add the highlight at the top. And it's the same e.l.f brush. I just have multiple e.l.f brushes because I just think it's so important to have multiple of everything just in case one gets dirty. Next, I'll go ahead and add my L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black mascara on, and I've been looking for this all over. Like, when I tell you, I saw Carly Bible use it, I saw Jaclyn Hill use it, and I'm like, I need this mascara. And I could never find it, but luckily before this, I was able to find it. Now, a lot of people say that this is not as dramatic, but what I've noticed is you can continue to build this mascara, which I love, a mascara that's buildable. So in this portion, I will be doing multiple coats and clumping my lashes as well, but it's okay. To get that volume thickened look, and then I also go at the bottom and go ahead and plug that in. Go ahead and put mascara on my lid. Okay, so now I'm gonna add my L'Oreal Infallible Never Fail liner onto the bottom of my eye. And I'm going to try to go ahead and get that into my water lash. Then I'm going to add more of the the Telescopic mascara onto my top lid. From there, I'm going to add a little bit to the bottom. And then now I'm going to take a e.l.f. flattening brush and take some of that gold color and put it at the bottom of my eye. Once I'm done with that, then I'm going to take a wipe and I'm going to go ahead and clean up the excess glitter that I have left over. And then I just had a little bit of makeup removal on that wipe. So next I'm going to jump into priming my face. I use the Stay Matte primer from Rimmel, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that all over to my face. I do live in Florida and I am combination oily, so a mattifying primer is a must for me, especially during the summer because it's so humid. So I'm just going to put a generous amount all over my face, and then just go ahead and make sure I put that all over and that I'm making sure I cover every area. Add some to the bottom as well. And then continue to blend it out. It is very thick, so a little goes a long way, but for some reason I always use a lot of my primers. I use a lot of the products, maybe sometimes too much, but I'm going to keep blending that out. And then I was just telling my brother a story about something that happened the other day So that's what I'm rambling on about. Now I'm gonna put the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless foundation on, and I am in the shade 355 Coconut. So I'm just gonna put that all over my face. As you can see, I'm showing the bottle, and I do have the one that is normal to oily. So I'm gonna apply that all over my face. Once I'm done applying that to my face, I am gonna go ahead and blend that out with the Roll Technique sponge. And I apologize, it was dinner time with the family, so I'm recording in the living room while everybody's waiting to eat, which they can't eat without me being done recording. So you are gonna see some scenes where my family is in there, like my beautiful mother right now at that moment. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add more of that foundation in a second after I'm done blending, because it is light to medium coverage, but I want you to see how it looks with just one coat. Then I take some more, and as I stated before, I'm going to add some more onto my face. Then I'll go ahead and add that to the areas I want more coverage on, just pretty much everywhere. And then blend that out. So I'm just blending right now. Next, I'm going to take my Black Radiance concealer stick in the shade Light, and I'm going to put that all over my face. Now, the LA Girl Pro Concealers, you can't find those in the drugstores. You can get them online, or if you have a local beauty supply store such as Sally's or just a local beauty store, you can find them there. But this you can find in your local Walgreens or drugstore, but you will have to find it in an area where the demographic is of consumers is African American or darker shades such as Latinos or any other nationalities, because it won't be in every single Walgreens or every single Target or drugstore. So I usually go across town to get it. And if you want, you can always go into the website and look up Black Radiance and look up stores in your area that carries the drug. I mean, the product, sorry. Next, I'm going to fast forward this part. And right now what I'm using is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Beautiful Bronze. I am going to go ahead and lightly apply that because this is a very pigmented concealer. So I usually just blend it out, put it on the cheeks, blend it out with my Real Technique blending brush, as well as my hands for my nose. But I'm going to do that about 3 to 4 times very lightly. And I did fast forward this part just for the sake of time, because I didn't really go heavy on my concealer. I was very light with it because I wanted to be more natural. And and so that's why I kind of fast forward. The next thing is my lips, and I'm using Milani Sangria, and it's this beautiful berry color that I'm so in love with. And the tube, it looks a lot darker than the color it comes out to. And that concludes my golden pre-fall berry look. I want to thank everyone for taking the time out to watch this video, and you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you again.